Let's rank all the buildables in BO2, wonder weapons excluded. Number 8, Electric Trap. By far the worst buildable in BO2. It's just hard to kill zombies with this thing. Zombies will walk through it and not die for some reason, or they'll just attack it while it's on and break it and not die from it. Or they'll just walk around it because it's super hard to get zombies to walk through it and break the turbine that's powering it, or just straight up attack you and kill you. This thing is just impossible to kill zombies with. Not to mention that you also need to power it with a turbine, and the turbine is only on for about 50% of the time anyways. So with that and the trap not killing zombies, it ends up basically just doing nothing. Number 7, the turret. This thing's quite powerful, but the downside is that if you're anywhere near the line of sight of this thing, it will instantly kill you. And I mean instantly. It can kill zombies, but it can't kill all of them, so some will still get through and break it, which is very annoying actually. The best place to put it is by far on the top of the bus in the back, and it will kill all the zombies that are chasing after it. It's quite useful when you place it there, but you still need to power it with a turbine. And it's so annoying to have a turbine and this thing going on at the same time and maintaining that they're both going on at the same time. It's just a hassle and it's not worth it to have it. It may be annoying to use, but at least it does something, unlike the electric trap that's annoying to use and does nothing. Number 6, the head chopper. This thing is better at killing zombies than the electric trap, but it's actually worse at killing zombies than the turret. The only reason it's higher on this list is because it doesn't require you to use the turbine, which is a huge downside for the turret and the electric trap. This thing can kill zombies alright. It kills them in waves, so kill zombies for 3 seconds and then they'll let them through. So you'll still have to kill zombies, but it's really good at thinning out the horde. Number 5, the trample steam. Mostly used for just jumping to places that you can't normally get to, like the witch's house, or jumping in between the buildings on die rise. The thing is though that jumping in these situations really isn't that useful. It just saves you time. To get to the witch's house, you're just saving purchase of booze. On die rise, I guess it's more useful because you don't have to deal with the elevators as much. Like jumping around isn't really that useful. It's really only this high on the list because it can kill zombies better than anything beneath it, on top of it letting you jump around, which is somewhat useful. But when killing zombies, no zombies will get through it. It will kill all zombies that go over it. The only bad thing though is that it does break quite fast when zombies are walking on it. Number 4, the turbine. The turbine is this high on the list because of how useful it is on transit. You basically have to carry the turbine around with you. It's good for getting perks when power's not on. So let's say, for example, you teleport to town and you haven't turned on power yet. You can put down the turbine, purchase your perk, and then turn on power later, and you won't have to go and buy that perk again, which is what it's mostly used for. You can use the turbine to open doors to get the bus parts, and it's required to open up Pack-a-Punch on transit. You can also power some other things like the turret, the electric trap, and the subsurface resonator, so it's useful in that regard also. And it can power up the lamppost on transit, which allows you to teleport as soon as you spawn in, basically. All around, it doesn't kill zombies, but it's useful for a lot of different things. Number 3, the subsurface resonator. This thing is the best zombie killer in BO2. When you put this down, you can basically get to high rounds by AFKing. It's super easy. You just place it down, power with a turbine, and it will just kill everything in front of you. The only downside is that it requires a turbine, which does suck, but it's not that bad because of how powerful it is. And you have to be camping when you're using it. You can't really use it in other situations unless you're camping. And just listen to this thing, it sounds awesome. Number 2, the Maxis drone. This thing just does everything. It can kill zombies. It's basically like the turret, except it can also fly. It will follow you around. It can pick up drops for you. It can revive players for you. You can get a free gun from it. It's so good because you can just throw it up in the air and just forget about it. And it just does a bunch of different things for you. It's funny how much better the Maxis drone is than the turret. They basically kill the same amount of zombies, except the Maxis drone is just 1,000 times better than it, and it can do all these other things. Number 1, we all knew what this was going to be. It's the shield. The shield is by far the best buildable in any game, realistically. It makes it so you just can't take damage on your back, which is insane. If you're ever in a sticky situation, just back up in a corner and turn around and you can't get hit. The shield is actually relatively simple in what it does, it just prevents damage, but in a game where the only way you can lose is by taking enough damage, it's extremely helpful and well deserving of the number 1 spot. If you like the buildables in BO2, check out this video where my friends and I do a challenge where we're stuck on the bus and have to use the buildables to survive. If you enjoyed watching this video, please consider giving it a like. It took an insane amount of time to make. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. I intend on making more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time.